Hello there everybody, Subanai2 aka Nightmare, and welcome back to Higurashi Kai, When They Cry, Minagoroshi. In the last episode, unfortunately, all of the good and happy times came to an end, basically. So, unfortunately, Tepai is back, which is really me off just a little bit, but hey, I guess I can't fucking complain. But another reason, one of the reasons why it was really getting to me was just because of how real it was, and there was one comment that was kind enough to clear up a couple of things concerning that. By the comment, Blargle Snarf. Your username really started to make me laugh, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, we have Tatarigoroshi as proof that if anybody does go to kill Tepai, their happy days never return, which is sad. If someone kills Tepai for Satoko, things become strange and tragic, and they can't really be fixed. Fun fact as well, the writer Ryukishi7 worked as a social worker until he quit and made Higurashi. This arc really shows this, as well as his opinions on Japanese child care systems. I do remember that being brought up a couple of times, that Ryukishi was involved in some, as a social worker, which, I gotta say, using his experience as a social worker to make this stuff really feel extremely real, good God, he did a fantastic job on that. And then the reply, on the other hand, actually really got a laugh out of me. Basically, that it was crap during the 80s. Okay, both Leon Gun8 and Blargle Snarf, thank you very much for your comments. That was actually not only informative, but also managed to get a laugh out of me, despite the absolute despair that we're going to be enduring because of what's going on. Oh, and by the way, Tepai really should die. So, also, Rika is, well, unfortunately, she's not doing so well because pretty much all of the options that she's basically stopped rolling sixes in a way. And unfortunately, we are stuck in a position where there's nothing really much we can do to help Satoko, which just freaking sucks. Keiichi's house? Oh. Damn it. Why did she do that? That's about what I expected. Mion calls me in the middle of the night. The social worker went to Satoko's house tonight after getting a call from the school. They had a talk with Satoko and her uncle. He told him that Satoko didn't go to school today because of a cold. He claimed he didn't call the school because he didn't have the number. He explained that he spoke with Chie-sensei politely. Chie-sensei misunderstood his behavior. Of course. Satoko didn't really talk, but she never denied what her uncle was saying. So she said there's no abuse and that she doesn't need any help?
Yes. Satoko always thought that her brother disappeared because she was always relying on him.
Oh, wait, this is Mion, I think.
That's why.
She thinks she needs to handle it on her own without seeking anyone's help? That's ridiculous!
According to the social worker, she didn't have any obvious injuries, so they think this isn't an urgent case. It seems that she's fed and she has a place to sleep, too.
That's a given thing! Are you saying it's not abuse as long as she has something to eat and somewhere to sleep?
At least, that's what they think. In some cases, people refuse to let the social worker come inside the house. Just because they were able to talk with the uncle tonight, they determined that there's no urgency in this case.
So they put a hold on the case. I bet Shion is disappointed.
Yeah. Just like how Satoko is not seeking anyone's help because of Satoshi, Shion is also trying desperately to save Satoko because of him. But she seems calm now, even though she's very upset.
I know this is not the time for complaining. But where the hell did Satoshi go? His sister is in danger!
I have no idea where he is. I know. I'm sorry. I was hoping that he would save her if he came back.
That's a waste of time to think about that. I can't hope for someone else to save her. We are going to save her.
That's right. We have to do what we can do.
I'm impressed with the power of the Sonozaki family, though. You have the information from the social worker already? You must have a spy in the center.
That's a national secret.
So, you know someone who knows a lot about the center? Did they give you any idea of what we should do next?
Well, I was just advised to stay calm and see what happens. What the hell? Did you talk to them about the situation she's in right now?
Her uncle is locking her up and he's abusing her. Why should we just relax and see what happens?
Well, Kei-chan, this is not my opinion, okay? I'm going to tell you what I was told by my contact. Well, it is true that Satoko didn't show up at school today, but it's just one day. It's not like she's been absent for weeks or months. We can't really deny the possibility that she has a cold.
But she's being abused. You're saying that we should just stay calm while she's being physically and emotionally harmed?
Wait a minute, Kei-chan, that's the whole point. We are concerned about her because we know what happened to her last year, but she didn't get abused yesterday or today. We don't really know for sure if she's really getting abused or not.
She may not have a bruise on her body yet, but it's only a matter of time. Besides, isn't it abuse to force her to come back and live with him?
Remember what we were talking about at school? It's a natural thing for a legal guardian to take in the child under his custody. We can't really be definite about the abuse yet.
But we have to do something before it happens! I'm sorry for yelling at you. I know this is not her opinion, but I realize I'm raising my voice at her. I apologize to her because I sense she feels sad.
I explained to my contact what happened to Satoko last year. They put her case on hold last year, too.
The abuse stopped because of the fourth curse of Oyashiro-sama, right? The Child Consultation Center didn't do anything about it.
Anyway, the Child Consultation Center is not seeing any urgency in her case. They're not as serious as we are.
I see. We've done what we could do. Now we need to come up with a plan B. We should have a meeting tomorrow. We are the Fearless Club members. We've gone through worse than this before. We will save her for sure.
Yes!
Oh. As we speak, I feel less angry about the decision that the Child Consultation Center made. This was something we expected anyway. I was being emotional for a while, but Miona's not taking it personally. She's usually a tough person, but I know that she feels very weak when something like this happens. I have to be careful so I don't get too emotional with her. Our enemy is Tepai. I can't yell at my friends just because I'm frustrated. I almost forget sometimes, but Miona's a girl. She will get hurt if I yell at her like that. Sometimes I take my stress out on her. I have to make sure I stop doing that from now on. All I can do by myself is probably the same thing Shion was suggesting earlier. But I know that it will not make Satoko happy. We are the Fearless Club members. But the power I possess is the smallest amount among all of us. That's why I need to communicate with them. If we unite, we will be able to come up with a better plan. I can't think of a plan all by myself. 3 heads are better than 1. I'm sure we'll figure out something. I'm going to call Rika-chan now. Will you call Rena?
Sure. Rena was a good match with Shion today. She impressed me a lot. She's tough when push comes to shove.
Yeah, Rena is always reliable when we're in trouble. But, oh, whoops.
Rena's always reliable when we're in trouble, but you impressed me too, Kei-chan. You were kind of cool today.
I feel embarrassed of my passionate speech now. That was corny, huh?
I'm hanging up now. I'm sure Rena is waiting. Give her a call, okay?
Yep. Say hi to Rika-chan. I think she's hurt the most by all this. Rika-chan was looking down with a depressed look on her face all day. It hurts my heart just to think about she was today. It must be even more painful to look at Satoko. Mion hangs up the phone. I also hang up and call Rena. She picks up the phone after one ring, which surprises me. Hello, Rena? You're waiting for the call, huh?
Yes. I called you, but it was busy, so I didn't know what to do.
You called me when I was talking with Mion. She's calling Rika-chan now. She told me to call you. Let me explain to you what happened.
Okay. Is the case on hold?
Yeah. Unfortunately.
I'm really upset, but that's what we expected. I can guess what they said. It's only been a day, so there's nothing definite. She may have missed school because she really had a cold today, plus she doesn't have any obvious injuries. Is my guess right?
Did you put a bug on my phone? You're exactly right. It's a ridiculous story.
It's only been a day. Huh? It's too late after he really abuses her.
If he abuses her, Satoko will get an obvious wound. If that happens, that uncle will not let the social worker see her. They will never find the proof of abuse in that case.
It's so ironic.
They require approval from a court to do compulsory investigation. The social workers can't do anything once they are refused the opportunity to do the investigation. They're not the police. They will not break the window to get inside the house. Who has the right to break that window? I'd do it if I could. Anyway, they're not serious about the case. They have no idea what will happen to Satoko if we don't do anything about it.
I'm impressed.
Why is that?
You just moved to the village not too long ago. You've only known her for just a few months. But you're so serious about saving her. You don't even know what happened to her last year, but you can imagine how hurt Satoko-chan is right now. If you were an ordinary person, I'm sure that you'd tell us. You relax, it's only been a day.
It's not that difficult to imagine how horrible this can be. I also heard from you guys how terrible it was last year. It's no question that this case requires immediate attention.
That's still impressive. You stopped Shi-chan when she tried to leave the classroom. What you said there was so deep.
Do you think Satoko would appreciate it if you saved her by committing murder? It's
not something an average boy would say. I'm sorry for saying this, but I expected that you would say something like what Shi-chan suggested today.
That's our Rena. She understands so much. I became calm because Shion lost her mind. To be honest, I thought I should kill him too. All we have to do is just kill that loser, and everything will be taken care of. That's what I thought. I even thought about how I would kill him. I was going to attack him with a metal bat. Before I killed him, I was going to dig a hole so I could bury him. In fact, I really dug a hole in the woods with a shovel inside of my head. I told myself that this was for Satoko and forced myself to forget about the seriousness of the crime. I felt exhausted, and impatient. Oh, is he getting the memories of the previous war, of the other ones? I could clearly imagine getting covered with sweat, and I could even feel the mosquitoes that bothered me. I would have called him to make him leave the house, and then I'd have beaten him to death. I tried to forget about the seriousness of the crime, telling myself that this was all for Satoko. Did Satoko ask me to do that? Am I going to blame it all on her because I committed murder for her? Would she appreciate that? No. No, she wouldn't. I wouldn't be able to tell anyone that I killed someone. No one would appreciate my deed, and I'd have to carry that burden for the rest of my life. It's a pathetic future that I never even imagined. I decided to kill him so I could get back the happy days, but committing murder is going to shatter that hope. I was able to imagine further. That's why I didn't say it out loud like Shion did. If I wasn't able to think straight, I would have agreed with her.
I'm glad that didn't happen. That would have been a mess. A mess.
I wonder if that really was my imagination. Did I imagine killing her uncle in my mind? The imagination seemed so vivid and clear. I could smell the mud inside my mouth as I dug the hole. I felt the texture of that shovel as I dug and cut up the roots of the weeds. It felt as if I really did it before in the past. That's right. It's important to imagine the consequences.
Right. You don't want to be an adult with no imagination. I think you'll become a good adult.
I wonder if that was only my imagination. I feel like I've been through a different life before.
People with good imaginations can take a look at every possibility. If you really felt like you saw the future, I think it wasn't just your imagination. You saw a possible future that could have happened.
In that imaginary world, the Child Consultation Center put a hold on her case too. Satoko came back to the school for a while, but she broke after only a few days. Satoko was bearing the abuse, but something small was enough to break her. It's like an old bowl with cracks. One day, something causes that crack to completely break. In my imaginary world, Satoko broke when I rubbed her head. She thought my hand was her uncle's hand. She pushed me away and hid behind the curtain and cried out for her brother, saying, "Nini, Nini."
Who told you that she called her brother Nini?
Huh? I don't know. I guess someone told me. That's how she calls Satoshi, right? Anyway, it was such a devastating cry. I wanted to comfort her, but I couldn't even get close to her. She cried more as I walked closer to her because she thought I was her uncle.
You're amazing, Keiji-kun. I can't believe that was only your imagination. That's exactly how Satoko-chan was last year. I clearly remember it, but it's impressive how you can imagine that. You've only been here for a few months. You are really amazing. I understand why you're so serious about her.
So, you feel the same way I do?
Yes. I can't see it as clearly as you can, but I think Satoko-chan will break in a few days if we don't do anything about this. I think she will hide behind the curtain and scream for her Nini. That's when we will finally realize something. Our crime is not being powerless. It's about not doing anything about it. Huh? This should just be my imagination, but I feel sad and I'm crying now.
Rena is also feeling the urgency to save Satoko. We all are. This is not something that everyone is thinking. My friends are all serious about it. but the people from the Child Consultation Center think we're overreacting. They have a point, though. We can't say anything if they claim that it's only been one day. It's just like getting a cold. The doctor always says, "Let's see what happens for a couple of days." Oh, sorry. That was Rena, sorry. Rena, damn it! Rena, I think we should trust our instincts. We have no time to spare. We have to save Satoko.
Yes. We can't come up with a good idea individually, but together we can accomplish anything. When I was down and depressed before, someone told me the same thing. I think now is the time to come together and show people what we can do.
Yeah. I don't know who told you that, but that's a perfect statement. It's strange. I feel the same way when Rena told me about this in school. I also felt like I learned a lesson after something happened to me. But Rena and I only met recently. I guess it's just a coincidence. Anyway, I was so lonely inside of my imagination. I thought it was stupid for them to think about how they could save Satoko, and I just made a selfish decision. But I eventually learned, just like Rena did. You can never reach the best conclusion when you're thinking about it on your own. You have to talk to your friends. That way they will help you reach the best solution.
You said something when you blocked Shi-chan's way today. You told her to trust you. You said you didn't have any idea yet, but that you would find one soon. I'm going to trust you. I believe that you will come up with the best solution.
Don't just rely on me. You can give me ideas if you have any.
That's not what I meant. I have faith in my friends at all times. I'm going to trust us. I know that we can save Satoko-chan, but we're not going to use a shortcut.
That's right. We will save her from this mess. Keep on believing. I believe in us too. I will never think that I'm the only one who's trying to save her. I believe that everyone wants to save Satoko.
Let's have a meeting tomorrow. Chie-sensei might have some new information too. We may not be able to come up with a good idea right away, but she might have something.
Yeah, you're right. I know that there's always another option. Let's see. Who is it?
That's right. We're not going to give up. There is a better way. I'm sure there is. We may not find it right away, but we'll...
I'm guessing this is Keiji, but we will never give up.
No, never.
Rena is so tough, just as Mion was saying. I became emotional when I was talking with Mion, but Rena is different. The fire of her passion is blue, and it seems my red fire is stronger than hers. But in reality, a blue flame has a higher temperature than a red one. As I talk with Rena, I feel myself calming down so I can think rationally. Rena gives me strength. However, Rena seems to feel the same way. When I'm talking with you, I feel like I can accomplish anything.
Oh, you are so strong and reliable. I feel more energetic when I talk with you. I feel more confident that we can save Satoko-chan.
I get calmness from you, and you get energy from me. We're balancing each other out like that, huh? It's an ideal arrangement!
Mi-chan has a strong background as a member of the Sonozaki family, but she has a very frail heart. But I believe that you and I can support her.
That's right. We have nothing to be scared of.
That's it!
I feel very confident now. If I can give energy to my friends, I will never feel down and sad anymore. I'm going to give my power to the other members so we can fight harder. Rika-chan is really... Oh.
Rika-chan is really depressed, and she lost her energy to fight. But I'm sure she'll get her power back once she sees us working hard.
You're right. Once she gets her power back, nothing can stop us. I'll see you tomorrow. Let's talk about our plan along with the principal. We should get advice from many people. Let's find the best solution. That's the best thing we can do.
Yeah!
I get off the phone with Rena. That was a pretty passionate conversation. It's unfortunate that the Child Consultation Center came to that conclusion. But at the same time, we know that she was still okay today. We're just young kids. No matter how much we brainstorm, we can't come up with a good idea. Murder is not a solution to the problem. But I have to admit, I thought about it once. It's easy to burn up in rage. However, I have to stay calm, like Rena. She's still burning up, but she's burning up very calmly with the blue quiet fire. I've never seen anything like her before. Keiji, go take a bath. Hurry up! Oh my god. My mother started... I forgot that she was taking those pills to make her more manly. I hear my mom talking to me. You can go ahead of me, Mom! I need more time to think about what to do with Satoko. I'm sure everyone was doing the same by now.
You should go first. There's bath salts from real hot springs in there. It feels really good.
I don't think there's bath salt inside the real hot springs.
Milk tastes so good after the bath.
Oh wait, that was... My dad seems to be in a good mood today. Perhaps he finished his work today. He's as scary as a bear when he's in on his artist slump. That's right. My parents might have a good idea. They're the closest adults around me. Should I talk to them? Stupid question! I have no reason not to talk to them. I have to talk to them and seek for some advice. Dad? I have something I want to talk to you about. Huh? Is it about the auction? I'm supporting you. When is the next meeting for the festival committee? I'm invited too. I have to mark my calendar. Oh, it's not about that. My classmate is in trouble. As I talk about Satoko, my mom also joins us and listens. My dad is a strange artist, but my mom is a normal person with common sense. She might be able to help me. I got a call and just found out that they put her case on hold. We're wondering what we should do now. They already called the Child Consultation Center, so they should let them take care of it. But she was being abused last year too, right? I don't know how badly she was getting abused, but I think it's wrong for him to force her to move out of her friend's place.
He was neglecting her for a year, after all.
We can't just wait and see what happens just because the Child Consultation Center is saying so. We're her friends, so we want to be more aggressive about saving her. But we have no idea how we can do that. Keiji, don't even think about attacking him. I'm not. I wouldn't talk to you guys if that was on my mind. That's true. I thought that you might ask us how to commit a perfect crime. But, hey! I would never ask my parents something like that. I have. Although, I think... I think. Granted, we just kind of joke about that.
Keiji is right. There are many battles in this world, but it's important that you follow the rules. People will not help you if you're going to break the rules, so they will not respect you either. You have to follow the rules.
Are there even rules for fighting? So, anyway, do you have any ideas? They've been living for more than twice as long as I have. I'm sure they have more wisdom. They must have many good ideas. At least, that's what I thought. But they cross their arms and go quiet. Calling the Child Consultation Center is the first thing. But I don't know what to do when that doesn't work. Do you think we can... Wait.
Do you think we can even rely on the law?
Wait. Wait, oh God, who's the hell talking? Do you think we can even rely on the law? Do you think the police won't do anything until Satoko is seriously injured? I think you have to make an appeal. Appeal? You mean sue him? That's not it. The Child Consultation Center is supposed to take care of the child abuse cases. But if you're unsatisfied with the decision they make...
Make an appeal to the court? Keiichi, you go to a court when you can't resolve an issue with the person you're dealing with. It's the final place to go to.
You want the Child Consultation Center to protect Satoko-chan, right? But they made a decision that you disagree with.
And...
Okay.
We need to make an appeal to the Child Consultation Center. If we're unsatisfied with the decision they made, we can simply go and tell them that. We need to go there and explain to them how serious this is.
Oh, that's right. They have no idea what situation Satoko-chan is in right now. If they are misunderstanding what's going on, we have to go there and make it clear.
I see. That's the best approach. I don't know about that. I heard that they never changed their decisions. It might be just a waste of time.
We don't know that until we try. Giving up before even trying is what losers do.
We have to try everything we can try. Remember what the principal said? We will fail if we give up before we fight. You're in a rage because you want to save Satoko as soon as possible. But real hot fire is blue and quiet. Don't give up. We should do everything we can. What do you think, Chie-sensei? Am I wrong? No. You're not saying anything wrong. You've calmed down a lot. I was concerned for you because I thought you might come up with an idea to attack him in the dark.
That's what my mom was saying. Is that how people perceive me? Does everybody just automatically assume I'm gonna kill Okay, that actually makes sense.
I thought we should wait and see what happens. But after hearing you guys and thinking about what happened last year, I now understand that this is an emergency situation. People can change their minds if you are persuasive enough. The Child Consultation Center might change their view, too. They might take back their decision if you make an appeal to them.
What do you think? Shi-chan? You should fight with us rather than thinking about it alone.
I'm not feeling lonely. I'm not sad because I'm all alone.
Shion sounds awfully sad. I bet you want to join us.
Whatever. Fine then. Let's just go to the Child Consultation Center. I'm going to break their noses if they don't take back their decision.
That's not a good idea, but I feel your passion now.
I guess you calmed down after getting some sleep. I'm just serious about saving Satoko. I believe it. Anyway, let's go and make it happen. I know where the Child Consultation Center is. Uncle Mio didn't know until recently, but it's on the first floor of the library.
Wait, really? Huh. Mion smiles and shows us the city information book. She's so prepared for this.
The office is open until 5:15. Don't try and pick a fight with them. We have to stay calm.
What?
Are you talking to me, sis? Who do you think I am? I'll cry if I have to. Our goal is to make them change their mind.
That's it, Shi-chan. I think we can make it if we leave right now.
It's past 3 o'clock right now. We'll make it before they close if we rush there on our bikes now.
But they're strict about time, aren't they? They might kick us out as soon as it's time to close. The door will close on time, but once we're inside, they'll never kick us out. Listen, do not give up when dealing with them. They are very tough, but they're not allowed to finish the conversation. That's why you can't give up with them. We have to talk until we're satisfied.
How do you know all that, Mi-chan?
I sue them. I don't know. Who do you think I am? I attend meetings in Sonozaki Oryu's place. I speak to officials all the time. Hey, Mion? Is it possible to save her using the power of the Sonozaki family?
Like, I don't know, ripping out his nails? That sounds like a pleasantly wonderful tea party.
Well, not if I have to go through my grandma. It's impossible to get help from her. She's still consumed by the dam conflict. She's still enraged about that project. She hates the Hojo family to this day. You're talking about Satoko's parents, who were for the project. I've never met Mion's grandma, but she needs to learn how to forgive. It's a thing of the past now. Exactly. I agree with you, Kei-chan.
So the Sotozaki family can't do anything about it?
That's right. I'm sorry. Old people are so stubborn. They cherish Rika-chan, but they don't care about Satoko.
It's a horrible thing. I'm not going to forgive Satoko's uncle for aggressively abusing her, but I'm not going to forgive other people who quietly abuse her. Tell those people not to piss off Maebara Keiichi.
I'll do that. Shall we go now? We have no time to waste.
All right. We better hurry up. Let's get going.
Do you want to come with us, Rika-chan? Let's go!
Rena talks to Rika-chan, who has stayed away from our conversation. She seems to have given up all hope yesterday. It's so painful to see her depressed like this.
It's just a waste of time anyway.
Also, why the hell do you sound like that now? You have to stop saying anyway. You don't know if it's a waste of time or not unless we try.
You guys have done everything you can in the previous lives, but you never found a way to save her. You think this time is different? Sometimes I don't really understand what she is saying. I just know that she's being negative about the situation.
Have you gone to the Child Consultation Center and tried it already? Then we should try. Satsuko-chan is important to you, right? We have to try and see what happens. I'm sure Satsuko-chan needs your help right now.
This world is going to end soon anyway. What's wrong? We have to hurry up. Rika-chan doesn't seem to be interested. So much for friends. She's so close to Satoko, but she won't even lift her butt up to save her. I never thought you would say that to me. You were so against her in the beginning. What? Is your brain working all right? Why would I be against Satoko? Never mind. Fine, I'll come with you guys. I have nothing to do at home but to get drunk anyway.
Jesus, she is not hiding. Okay. She is certainly not hiding the nihilistic side now, dear God. No, it's literally freaking Burn Costal. I mean, unless Higurashi is just an origin story of how freaking Rika, Frederica Burn Costal.
Ooh. Okay. You're pissing me off. Are you making fun of me?
Stop it, Chi-chan. You stop it too, Rika-chan. Let's get together and save Satsuko-chan. I'm sure we can make the miracle happen if we work together. But we need everyone to come together. We can't leave any one of us behind. We need you too, Rika-chan.
I wonder if something Rena said gave motivation to Rika-chan. I can see a slight sparkle in her eyes now. Rena said something interesting. She said that we can make the miracle happen. It's the same thing I said when this world started.
Wait. At that time, I said I could make the miracle happen, but I didn't say how. But Rena just clearly stated it.
We can make the miracle happen if we work together. Yes, miracles can happen when we come together.
What if it doesn't happen?
Well, that means we haven't given our best effort yet. If we all do the best we can, a miracle will happen for sure.
That's true. Ryugu-san is right. People get stronger when they help each other. You can overcome any obstacle when everyone gets together. Yup, Hinamizawa was fated to be submerged underwater, but 2,000 people got together and defeated that destiny.
Defeat destiny.
As villagers of Hinamizawa, we all know that miracles do happen. We'll win if we work hard together. I think you have no choice but to come with us now, Rika-chama. If you don't come, the miracle will not happen. Your absence will prevent it from happening. So it's going to be my fault. That's interesting. A miracle is something that we can make happen, but we need everyone's power to make that come true. That destiny can be defeated. It can be defeated with a miracle. A miracle can happen if we unite.
Rena told me yesterday, you can never come up with a solution if you think about it all alone. We have to talk this out together. Don't let fate get the better of you. Destiny is as fragile as a thin sheet of paper.
How can he say that without knowing how stubborn destiny is? How can he say that to me? But for some reason, his words sound very persuasive. He easily changed my destiny of playing the fishing game. In the previous life, Keiichi saved Rena from her devastating fate. Destiny is as fragile as a thin sheet of paper. He's saying that the world I've been struggling in for 100 years is easy to change. I feel foolish now. Interesting. I'll go with you guys.
That's more like you, Rika-chan. Also, why do you sound like Frieza? Discount Frieza.
Rika, are you sure?
Hanyu looks at me with concern. She wants to tell me that I'll get hurt if I expect too much. I don't have any coins left to bet. I don't have anything to lose. This world is ending soon anyway. But it was the same in the previous life. I thought all was lost when Rena took over the school. But Keiichi turned everything around. He's saying that destiny is as fragile as a thin sheet of paper. I've given up on this world anyway, but I'm interested.
They will betray you anyway. I'll get hurt as I see you get hurt.
Don't worry, I'm not going to be depressed anymore. I have no tears left to shed. I know that they can't save Satoko no matter what happens. That's why I'm doing this. It's the first time we're going to the Child Consultation Center.
Keiichi can't make any miracles happen.
Hanyu talks to me with a stern voice. Miracles are called miracles because they don't happen easily. If it can happen at any time, it's not a miracle. It's just something that was meant to be. I'm not expecting anything, but I'm just interested. I'm curious how Keiichi is going to make his move after saying that he can easily change destiny.
Rika, please don't hurt yourself anymore.
Shut up. Go away. I'm not expecting anything. I'm just trying to enjoy my last week. It's like watching a TV show. But I have to admit I'm feeling a strange emotion. It's a high feeling. I'm excited as if I'm expecting something to happen. I felt the same feeling when Keiichi remembered the memories from the past and the previous life. I don't have any coins left to make a bet, but I know that what this feeling means to me. If I had a coin left in my heart, I would bet everything on this feeling. If it doesn't work out after you trying every option, we'll have no choice but to give up.
There's no need for us to give up. Satoko is going to be saved. You better prepare a clean blanket for Satoko. She's coming back to you soon. You need to have a blanket ready for her.
I like that, Keiichi. Let's go. You might tear up this destiny like a thin sheet of paper.
Yep, nothing can stop me. I'm going to make them change their decision. Also, your voice is freaking me out, lady. Chick, lolly girl, whatever.
I stand up from my seat. Keiichi's such a good speaker. That's why I don't get bored with him. I've been with him for 100 years, but he still keeps me interested. We're going to the Child Consultation Center now. Do you want to come with us, Sensei? I'm going to talk to the Board of Education. They are under the same branch as the Child Consultation Center. It might be effective if I talk to them. After all, I'm working for the public too. That's true. Am I listen to what you say? Let's have her take care of that, and we should go take care of our business. Let's fight them.
Yeah, let's go!
Yeah!
I know everything is doomed, but part of me feels something might happen. Hanyu tells me that it's only a waste of time. I felt the same way until a few minutes ago, but now I'm getting interested. I have no idea what is going to happen. I want to see how Keiji is planning to defeat this destiny. I lift up my fist with him and hurry down to the exit. Satoko didn't come to the school again today. Tepai called the school and told them that she still has a fever. He said that he's going to keep her home for a few days until her fever breaks. Chie thinks that Tepai knows that she reported to the Child Consultation Center. He thinks Satoko will rat him out if he lets her go to school. I don't want to think about this, but there's a possibility that Satoko has a bruise on her body now. That's why he can't let her go to school. Everything seems to be happening very early. I think Satoko's situation is getting worse earlier than it did in the previous lives.
Well, that goes without saying, really. Okay, we're going to the Child Consultation Center. I'm not getting my hopes up, but I'm gonna take it with a grain of salt. Interesting that it's at the library, too. How long are they going to make us wait?
Those people seem to be free. They should let us talk to them. Those are just general office workers. We have to talk to the actual social worker.
I wonder if they're busy because they have many cases like this.
I don't know. I wish they didn't have so many issues to deal with. This world is tragic. So many kids are being abused.
After 30 minutes, they finally call my name. I wrote down my name at the registration because Mion can't let them know that she's from the Sonozaki family. I'm Maebara. My name was called. I see a lady in a uniform. She seems like any other general workers. Is she going to deal with us?
Hello, Maebara-san. I see you're here with 4 other friends. How can I help you today?
The only thing I wrote up on the registration was that I want to talk about Hojo Satoko. Well, we're here to talk about the case of Hojo Satoko. Chie-sensei from the Hinamizawa school called and made a report yesterday. We would like to discuss the case.
Are you her friends?
Yes. We're her classmates.
Will you give me the outline of this case?
I heard that you guys put a hold on her case because you determined that there's no abuse. We came here today so we can explain her situation.
I see. Please wait for a few moments.
We already waited 30 minutes! I guess that was it with her. A real social worker should be coming here to talk with us. She was just asking us the basic information. She's now talking on the phone and explaining to someone what I just told her.
What did she ask?
She asked me why I was here. She told me to wait for a few more minutes. I hate waiting like this. You and me too, girl.
You've been reading those posters and advertisements. Is it that interesting me?
Oh wait, she's back to Rika, sorry. It's kind of getting difficult to tell between which one she is right now.
I see lots of ads about abuse. I guess we came to the right place.
Report the abuse before it escalates. Oh, check out that slogan. That slogan.
There's a bunch of posters with slogans. I guess that's what the Child Consultation Center is for.
Yeah, but why would they post it inside the building?
Rika-chan is right. They should just post it all over the city, not inside the building. Maebara-sama, thank you for waiting. Please go to the room number 2. It's our turn now! Let's go! As we walk, we see 3 rooms numbered 1 through 3. I thought we were going to be talking at the counter, like you do at the bank. But they have individual rooms.
I guess it's for privacy reasons. Most of the people who come here don't want other people listening to their conversation.
But I think the number of abuse incidents is increasing because people try to keep the issue quiet.
People tend to not discuss family issues. Room number 2. I found it. As I knock, I hear the voice of a lady telling me to come in. Hello. It is a very small room. I should say it's a narrow room. It's not wide, but it's very long. There's a counter in the middle of the room, and it separates the room in half. The lady is sitting on the other side of the counter. She tells us to take a seat, but there are only 2 chairs. I sit down because we registered under my name. Mion won't sit because she believes that the Sonozaki sisters shouldn't be in the front. Rena tries to offer the seat to Rika-chan, but she refuses, so Rena takes a seat. It's a tiny room, so it's better for someone to take a seat. The room is very small for the 5 of us. I'm sorry, we usually expect to see the parents, so we only have 2 chairs. I understand that. So, how may I help you today? I'm just kind of going like a standard old lady voice, I'm not entirely sure. Should I do the talking? Okay, well, we're students from the Hinamizawa school, and we are Hojo Satoko's friends. The school reported abuse to the Child Consultation Center, and I believe that a social worker went to her house last night. We heard that you put a hold on her case. We're here today so we can explain to you how urgent the matter is. Mio nods. I guess I'm doing good so far. What are you trying to explain to us? Will you please tell me? Well, it's only been 2 days since her uncle took her away, but it's only a matter of time before she's going to get abused by him. In fact, he was abusing her last year, too. I think it can happen again very soon. Before that happens, we want you to get her out of there. But you decided to put a hold on her case. Are you going to neglect her? I can't believe that you left her there just because she's not getting physically abused. Who's going to be responsible when she really gets abused? Shion didn't like the way I spoke to her politely. She starts talking with anger. Mion told us not to get too excited. However, she lets Shion finish because she could get more furious if we tried to stop her. The lady seems to be used to people losing their temper, and she continues without reacting to Shion's anger. Okay. I would like to make it clear that we are still working on her case. The results are still pending. We are not neglecting her. They're still working on the case. They're not neglecting. But they are working on her case right now. Rena opens her mouth the next moment.
But you left her there without doing anything last night.
No one can fool Rena. Pending is the same as neglecting. The fact is, they left her in that house without taking any action.
Well, the social worker went to her house and met with her guardian. We cannot talk about the case any further for privacy reasons. However, we do not neglect her. We're going to look after her and her father so they can have a healthy life together.
What? It's not her father. It's her uncle. Are you sure you really did an investigation?
Well, excuse me. They're uncle and niece. Anyway, we're going to guide them so that they can live together without causing any harm to the child.
Shion corrected her mistake right away. She didn't have to act so mean, but I realized that they're obviously not seeing the urgency of the matter. Yeah, considering they got the freaking relationship wrong. Well, actually, they got it wrong again. It's abuser and niece. Satoko was having a happy life. She didn't need any support from her uncle. He left her 1 year ago, and he suddenly came back to kidnap her. Isn't this supposed to be a crime?
It's not a kidnapping. It's written in the law that a child must live where the guardian appoints them to live. According to Article 821 of the Constitution, the legal guardian of the child is...
He neglected Satoko for 1 year. How can he still be considered her guardian? Shion, that's what the court decided when her parents died of the second curse of Horiyashiro-sama.
You serious? That guy is her legal guardian?
Yes. I don't know which article it is, but the minor child is supposed to obey the guardian. In other words, every child has a guardian. They have to have one.
That's Article 818.
When Satoko's parents died, her uncle and aunt automatically became her guardians?
Yes, the closest family gets custody. They were the only family that she had. If Satoko and Satoshi refused them, they could have had a different guardian, though. But they were the children of the Hojo family, the enemy in the dam conflict. No one was going to take care of them. They were different from Rika-chama. Lots of people wanted to be her guardian, but Father Kimayoshi got custody of her. Knew that the Hojo family was for the dam project, and the whole village hated her family for that reason. But I thought everything was over after they canceled the project and Satoko's parents died. Was I aware of the difference? The difference between how the villagers treat Satoko and Rika-chan? The villagers don't abuse Satoko like her uncle, but maybe there were small thorns left in the village and they were stinging Satoko sometimes. They're putting blame on somebody that really had nothing to do with what happened. Which is sad, but kind of attached to kind of how reality is, which sucks. I can't say this out loud, but Satoko's family had more money than her uncle. As guardians, they had a right to manage their inheritance. That's why they moved to Satoko's house right after they got the custody. Do you know where they used to live? It was a small old house.
That's horrible. But he neglected her for a year, right? Can he still claim custody of her? Can he?
Well, there's a chapter in the Constitution that describes how a guardian can lose the custody of the child. The lady opens a thick book on the counter and shows us that page. I'm surprised I'm actually learning a little bit about the law system here. I don't completely understand what it says on there, but it seems that a parent can lose the custody when they are being irresponsible.
So the law can take away their right to be someone's guardian.
Wait a minute. It says something about court. Let me see. Oh wait. I have no idea who's... Oh. The family court can take away one's custody if demanded by the family of the child or the public prosecutor. What the heck is this? We have to wait for the decision of a family court to take his parental rights away from him? No way!
Well, if something urgent happens, we can temporarily protect her under our custody. We will need approval of the family court in that case also.
Doesn't Tojo Teppai fit Article 834? It is a fact that he neglected her for a year. What is your opinion about that?
I can't answer you for privacy reasons, but we are taking that into consideration.
But you ended up putting the case on hold anyway.
Like I've mentioned, we are currently working on this case. The safety of the child is our #1 priority, and we will make sure that she will have a healthy lifestyle and a safe environment.
I think we're not on the same page at all. They're just not understanding the urgency. I've never met that guy named Teppai. I only know about the situation based on what my friends told me about last year, and what Chie-sensei told us. But I still understand it very well. I understand that something really bad is going to happen if we don't take any action right now. She was being abused by her uncle and aunt last year, too. Are you sure that the same uncle can take care of her? You still have the records from last year, don't you?
I can't discuss her past record with you for privacy reasons, but we are taking everything under consideration.
She didn't come to school yesterday, and she didn't come today either. He called the school and told them that she has a cold, but don't you think it's a bit odd that she hasn't come to the school since he showed up?
Well, that's true, but then she might really be sick. I think we should keep our eyes on her and see what happens.
We just know that Satoko doesn't want to be with her uncle. Her uncle is forcing her to stay with him.
Our social worker spoke with the child and made the decision.
So is it the record from the past? Are you not taking this case seriously because she made a false report in the past?
I cannot talk about that for privacy reasons. We're taking everything under consideration.
Satoko is telling you that she's not being abused because she feels guilty toward her brother Satoshi. She may have told you that she's not being abused, but I don't believe that statement.
You understand that people can lose the energy to seek help when they are totally depressed?
Yeah, I know that feeling way too well.
Ah! Please, just get her out of that place!
I'm not going to forgive you people if something happens to her. You will get hurt if you don't do something about this while I'm still asking politely. Stop it, Mion. You're making us look bad.
Shion, wait, was that a typo, or did she really just... wait, was that a typo? Wait, I mean, their actual, I know that their actual names are my brain! I don't know how her uncle responded to the social worker, but he's a violent guy. Please don't be fooled by him. I just wanted to make that clear to you.
Please ask the social worker to find a way to help her right away. Please.
Some of us were getting emotional, but Mion calmed them down, and Rena summed it up nicely. I stopped speaking to see what she's going to say next.
Okay. I will talk to the social worker. I understand the outline of it. I will tell them that Satoko's friends, 3, 4, 5 of her friends came here and made an appeal to us. We will continue to work closely on this case, so please let us know when you have further information. Thank you for supporting the Child Consultation Center. Thank you very much for sharing your precious time with us today.
That sounded rehearsed. We're still in Okinomiya. We are staring at the red sky in the quiet park.
I feel like they didn't really listen to our story.
But they also didn't try to kick us out. She's just a person who listens to the story, not the actual social worker that deals with Satoko-chan. That's why she sounds so distant.
To be fair, just think about it. She's a worker in a child consultation center. She's probably got to deal with a lot, actually, pretty much all the workers there probably have to deal with a lot of different calls, a lot of different situations. It would probably wear down on anybody to the point where they just stop feeling and they're just kind of stuck in this mechanical, they're just stuck in these, the mechanical motions, What did you think about the whole thing, Mion?
Well, I felt like we were wrestling with a tree. We didn't get pushed or pulled. It was the same as talking to a wall.
That's not true. She said they will forward our information to the social worker. She doesn't know Satoko-chan in person, so that's why she sounded so cold.
So, you think we accomplished something today, Rena?
I don't think it was a waste of time. But I don't think our passion will be understood by the actual person who is working on the case.
She'll just forward them that Hojo Satoko's 5 friends came and requested to take her under their custody.
What about the social worker? Can't we talk to that person directly? I don't know. I heard it's a very tough job. I think it's difficult for us to meet him or her in person. Someone even threatened to hurt them if they didn't do anything while she was still asking them politely.
According to Mion, there are lots of issues in the Child Consultation Center. It's not a rare thing for them to get an aggressive visitor like Shion. Yeah. It's so difficult to tell them how passionate we are. They might treat us coldly if they took our passion as anger. I thought you were used to talking with the officials, Mion. Can't you have a talk with them instead of me?
It's not that she's good at talking. They just listen to her because she is Sonozaki Mion. You saw how they treated us today. If she would have told them that she was Sonozaki Mion, they would have taken us to a bigger room. Right?
Mion smiles and doesn't comment. Mion's greatest weapon is her family name. Without that weapon, she's just an ordinary girl, just like us. Wait, we're all ordinary girls? I'm sorry, that was kind of weird. I don't know, I think I just read that wrong. I shouldn't think about this. But if the Sonozaki family forgave Satoko's family, it would be really easy for them to save her.
So, the Sonozaki family still hates the Hojo family?
No one has publicly stated that we hate them, but it's pretty deep. That evil grandma of ours is the one who hates the Hojo family. Her opinion hasn't changed since we are in the middle of the dam conflict. It's been so many years, but she still can't let go of the past.
Stop it, Shi-chan. Satoko-chan is Satoko-chan. She's our precious friend. It doesn't matter what her last name is.
Shion stays quiet, and there was a silence for a while. Rena's right. Just like it doesn't matter what Satoko's last name is, it doesn't matter what Mion's last name is either. The important thing is that our friend is being abused, right now. We have to do everything we can to save her from that situation. We look up at the sky as we listen to the sound of the cars. We feel hopeless. We have no idea what to do. Is what we did today going to help Satoko at all? Would have been better if they just kicked us out. That way we could have been angry with them. But after being treated politely like that, we have no choice but to back off and see what they're going to do. We were forced to just wait and see what happens. Everyone is trying to figure out what our next option is. I can't expect Chie-sensei to tell us that everything was taken care of at the Board of Education. That would be too good to be true. Well, what shall we do next? I mutter to myself, hoping that someone will respond with a good idea, but the silence reminds me that everyone is stuck.
Keiichi?
Rika-chan. I'm sorry. I was acting so bossy, but I have no idea what to do now.
I don't believe it.
What? As I look at her, I realize the expression on her face is stronger than ever.
You told Shion yesterday you didn't have a good idea at that moment, but you said you would figure out something. You told her to trust you. So I trusted you. I'm not going to believe it. I'm not going to believe that you would even mention that you had no idea. I'm not going to believe that.
I can see tears in her eyes. Rika-chan believes that I can do something about the situation.
You said it. You said that destiny is as fragile as a thin piece of paper. I'm going to believe your words. I still believe you. Because you can easily defeat fate. So, please help. Help us from this fate. Help Satoko. Help her.
A tear rolls down from her eye. My heart is feeling the same way. Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! An innocent girl is becoming a prisoner of a tragic fate. She's searching for help. I told them that they could trust me. That means they can count on me. They can bet on me. Betting is not an easy thing. If I lose, they will lose their coins too. What does it mean to trust someone? It's about making a bet on someone. It's about betting a coin. It's about betting hope. Trusting someone is tantamount to placing your hope on something. I told Shion yesterday. I told her to trust me. I didn't say it just because. I knew that those words meant something very serious. But now, after betraying Rika-chan and seeing her tears, I finally realize just how serious it is. I look at Shion. She is in a rage. Mion tries to calm her down, but she doesn't have any idea either. How about Rena? She's very reliable in a situation like this. I expect to see her strength. However, Rena is also depressed. We don't even know if what we did today was a meaningful thing. Rena looks down with a devastated look on her face since she can't come up with another opinion. Option. Damn it. I have to do something for them. Rena's blue fire will melt iron. Mion can be strong when the wind is on our favor. Shion is the same way. They will move forward strongly when the wind is backing them up, but they will get weak when the wind is blowing against them. Despite the whole situation, Rika-chan still believes in us. She believes that we can do something if we all come together. That's right. We all agreed. We said to each other that we can make a miracle happen if we all work together. What am I? If Rena is the blue fire, I'm the red fire. I burn up brightly and give energy to everyone. That's right. Maebara Keiji. I'm the magician of words. I have to motivate everyone. The blue fire is not going to be lit unless the red fire is on. When the fire is lit, there will be wind. Mion and Shion will become stronger too. Thank you. You just made me realize something, Rika-chan. Now I'm starting to burn up like a fire.
Keiichi.
can't give up now. We're the members of the Fearless Club. Nothing can stop us when we get together. I can't be depressed over a small thing like this. Rika-chan just woke me up. I just realized how serious it is to have people trust me. Rika-chan knew our characteristics, and she figured out whom she should motivate first. I'm really starting to burn up. Hey, Mion! Stop being depressed! We need to be in a rage! Everyone looks at me as they hear my energetic voice. They're not only surprised by my loud voice, but it's as if they were waiting for me to talk. I realize it more and more clearly. This is the role of Maebara Keiichi in this club. Yeah! I think we didn't do anything at the Child Consultation Center. Just like Rena was saying, they would just move forward a small note saying that the 5 of us made a visitation. The way they handled us really pissed me off. Now we are in a rage of fire.
What you're saying is right.
We were trying to tell them how much danger Satoko is in. We have to fight now. We have no time to be depressed in this park.
But Keiichi-kun, what are we supposed to do next?
Don't tell me that you think we have no more options left. If this was the club activity, you guys would be losing now. This is interesting. I was feeling depressed too, but now I'm feeling something passionate in my heart. I feel like I'm cheering myself up. Why was I being so sad? If I want to save Satoko, I have no time to rest. This is like the final round of a boxing match. If I stand here doing nothing, I'll lose on a decision. I need to be more aggressive. Am I supposed to give up just because I can't knock out the opponent with one punch? No! If I can't take him out in one punch, I have to throw 2 or 3 punches. Yeah, just keep going. Go ham on his ass. I have to try until I can finally knock him out.
You're saying that we're going to go there tomorrow?
Close, but not exactly.
I have no idea what's going on in your mind. But it sounds very interesting. It's not like us to keep our heads down. We have to overcome this challenge.
Yes, Miona's getting her energy back.
That's right, I agree with Keiichi-kun. I'm ashamed that I was so depressed. Let's fight!
But what exactly are you trying to do?
Remember, everyone, that lady really pissed us off today. But she also told us what our next option is. She never thought she was giving us a hint. She made a huge mistake. On top of that, the next option is something that I'm really good at. Oh boy. Oh god, is Keiichi gonna put on his, usual Maebara charm? Oh, receptionist's note, bank book, and frustration. Interesting. Okay, judging by the mess of this room, that probably tells me that this is going to be Tepai again. Number, date, year. Subject, about Hojo Satoko-san. Visitor, Maebara Keiichi and 4 other friends. They are requesting to protect Hojo Satoko-san from being abused by her uncle. The case is pending. I'm cleaning up the refrigerator, so please take out your personal belongings by this evening. Seriously? Wow. Okay. Tepai suspects that Satoko is hiding more money somewhere. But in reality, Satoko has no money. He asks her how she survived until now, but she tells him that she didn't have to use any money because she was living with her friend. Tepai made some money out of illegal gambling. He has some money saved up for now, but he has no intention to use it for living expenses. He's convinced that Satoko must be hiding the money somewhere. Tepai suspects her. Tepai's wife, Satoko's aunt, must have taken away the bank book when Satoko's parents died in the accident. But her aunt also died last year, and Satoshi is gone too. That means Satoko should have kept the bank book somewhere. However, no matter how much he threatens her, she tells him that she doesn't know anything about the bank book. He continues to question Satoko, believing that she is hiding it somewhere. He can't beat her because her teacher in the Child Consultation Center will suspect him. So he won't beat her up. Instead, he talks to her violently and breaks the furniture before her eyes. He's good at threatening people like this. However, Satoko continues to tell him that she has no clue about it. It seems like she's not lying. He destroys the whole living room, and she's frightened like a scared small animal. He finally believes that Satoko doesn't know about this bank book. And where can it be? Tepai has two ideas. One idea is that his wife hid it somewhere secretly. The other is that Satoshi took it after his wife's death and hid it somewhere else. Either way, he believes it should be hidden somewhere in this house. He tells Satoko to clean up the mess he made in the living room and start searching around the house. Tepai is starting to get bored with Satoko. He heard that Satoko's parents had a huge savings, but his wife dominated all that money by herself. Since his wife was not a big spender, he's sure that she left it somewhere without using it. Once he gets this money, he can move somewhere completely new. He still knows a few people from the gambling spot in Gogura. People he used to take care of are still hanging out there. They still owe him. They should at least let him crash there. It's nice that Satoko takes care of all the chores around here, but he feels uncomfortable about being watched by the school and the child consultation center. Well, maybe if you weren't such a freaking child abuser and you weren't such a freaking piece of shit scumbag, maybe you wouldn't be feeling so uncomfortable, you worthless waste of flesh! Sorry about that. He knows that he's all about violence. He can't stand living with her without being violent toward her. No excuse. The more he suffers, the stronger his urge to beat up Satoko. I don't give two shits about him suffering. Tepai enjoys controlling people with violence. He's curious to see when Satoko will finally resist his violence. He's still pissed off about the visitation from the school teacher. He promises himself to take control of Satoko and destroy her life before he leaves this village. Okay. I got incredibly pissed off again, just because of how fucking real it feels. Damn you, Ryukishi, for making this feel so goddamn real. Ah! Just goes to show how good of a story this is, but... I'm good. I'm totally fine. Don't you worry. Don't worry about me. I am actually 100% calm, and I am a totally fine and totally stable individual. I promise. In every sense of the word, I promise. I'm good. Nothing bad's going to happen. It's all good. It's all totally fine. In other news, I'm going to relax a little bit. So, they actually started taking some action in initiative by going to the child consultation center. Okay, that's a good first step. Although, I'm kind of curious what Keiichi's plan is. Like, one, they could constantly just keep, going back to the child consultation center, but there's also the possibility that Tepai doesn't even know who, Keiichi is. He can easily just, mess with him in a sense to get more information, like that. That is a possibility. I mean, I'm not entirely sure if that would work, but as long as it's somebody that Tepai doesn't know, there's a possibility that he could actually try to get the evidence needed or the information that's needed. So this is Keiichi. He probably has something really good planned. So I'm kind of curious and excited to see what he's got. But other than that, that's where I'm going to end it. I'm going to go calm myself down a little bit, just because of how much this is really just... I'm fine. I'm sorry that I will apologize if this is annoying some people, that I'm getting this pretty upset, but I'm fine. Other than that, yeah, that's one of the ideas that I've got going for what Keiichi's got planned. Or who knows, I completely missed the point of what he's going to do, but I am glad that we're seeing something. They're taking steps, which is good. They're not resorting to murder, which this story has clearly shown that it will not lead to happiness. It's done a very good job explaining that. So I'm happy that they're taking alternate methods. They're doing other things that line the scope of how the law works. Even if the law just kind of sucks, they're still trying to do things in the correct way. Which I'm happy, but I'm not getting my hopes up. So other than that, if you guys like this, be sure to let me know. Oh, my head really hurts now. I'm gonna go lay down. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Also, we haven't even got to Watanagashi yet. Hello there everybody, Sabato92 here, and if you like this video, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. And hey, if you guys like my content, then maybe you'd like to check out another channel who I think deserves equal attention. So click that nightmare emblem and check out that channel, or go to the links in the description down below. Once again, thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next video.